What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. For today's camera comparison we have the latest and greatest from Samsung, the Samsung Galaxy S20 and one of the latest phones from Huawei, the Mate 30 Pro. And even though this phone was released a few months back, it's finally coming to Canada, so that's why I have the phone now. Alright, so throughout this video I'm going to show you a bunch of daytime pictures, and for those I've included some pictures taken with the telephoto lens, some pictures taken with the ultra-wide lens, of course some portrait mode pictures because everyone loves portrait mode pictures, and of course pictures taken with the main lenses on the back of these two devices. After those we are going to move on and see some nighttime pictures, and for nighttime pictures of course I've used the night mode on the S20 and the night mode on the Mate 30 Pro. After those we're gonna see some sample videos, and of course I've included daytime and nighttime sample videos, and all the way at the end some selfies. All the pictures were taken about a second apart from each other and on auto mode, so I haven't actually changed anything, I just pointed the phones and took the pictures. And just before we start, why don't you press that like button because it's gonna help this video quite a lot. And with that being said, let's start by checking out some daytime pictures, and more specifically some pictures taken with the telephoto lenses on the back of these two devices. Alright, and we are starting with some zoom pictures, and I have to say that I was quite surprised to see that every single picture that I took with the Samsung Galaxy S20 was sharper than the ones that I took with the Mate 30 Pro. And I was actually expecting that it would be the other way around, but no. Every single picture taken by the Samsung Galaxy S20 was sharper. The colors are also better, they seem more accurate from the pictures taken by the S20 Pro. So for zoom pictures, I have to say that there is no comparison. The Samsung Galaxy S20 did better than the Huawei Mate 30 Pro. Unless I'm not seeing those pictures right, but I did look at them many times, and every single one is sharper. Moving on to pictures taken with the ultra-wide lenses on the back of these two devices. Well, first of all, the lens on the back of the S20 has a much wider field of view. So that's the main difference that you're gonna notice. The sharpness seems the same, but the colors from the pictures taken by the S20 do seem a bit more saturated. Now, if you're into that, you're gonna prefer those pictures, but if you don't want your pictures as saturated, I feel that the Huawei Mate 30 Pro does a bit better balancing the colors. So for pictures taken with the ultra-wide lens, they are kind of similar in my opinion. And again, if you want a phone that has a wider field of view, the S20 is the one to go for. Moving on to portrait mode pictures. Well, for portrait mode pictures, the first thing I've noticed is the fact that the pictures taken by the Huawei Mate 30 Pro have somewhat better edge detection around the subject. I'm mostly referring to the hair on my girlfriend's hair basically in those pictures, and the edge detection around that. So the edge detection is better from the Mate 30 Pro, however, the portrait mode pictures do look a bit better from the S20 because the subject, at least the subject's face, is brighter. So it makes the pictures more appealing. So again, it comes down to your personal preference, if you want to modify the pictures yourself or you want them Instagram ready. So definitely let me know in the comments down below which phone you prefer for portrait mode pictures, the Huawei Mate 30 Pro or the Samsung Galaxy S20. And lastly, pictures taken with the main lenses on the back of these two devices. Well, for these pictures I can't really say that one is better than the other one, because in some pictures the Mate 30 Pro does better, and in some pictures the S20 does better. In some pictures the colors are way too saturated in the pictures taken by the Mate 30 Pro, and then in some pictures taken by the S20 the colors are oversaturated. So I can't really say that one is better than the other one. And the same goes for dynamic range. So I'm gonna let you guys watch a few more pictures and I'll be right back. So what do you think? Which phone does better for daytime pictures, the S20 or the Huawei Mate 30 Pro? Definitely leave a comment down below and let me know which one you prefer for daytime pictures. Alright, and we are moving on to nighttime pictures, and as I said earlier, for nighttime pictures I've used the night mode on the S20 and of course the night mode on the Huawei Mate 30 Pro. Looking at those pictures, I have to say that I prefer every single one taken by the Mate 30 Pro. First of all, the pictures are sharper for pretty much every single one of them. And if you look in the darker places in those pictures, so the darker areas in those pictures, you can definitely see more details in there for the pictures taken by the Mate 30 Pro. So for me, for nighttime pictures, there is no comparison. The Mate 30 Pro does better for every single one of those pictures. But once again, definitely check out the pictures and let me know in the comments down below which one you believe does better for nighttime pictures and why. And we are moving on to video recordings. Well, we all know that the Samsung Galaxy S20 can record at higher resolutions. However, for this video, I've only done 4K at 30 frames per second. So if we check out those recordings, and I'm talking about the recordings done with the ultra-wide lenses on the back of these two devices, well, the quality of the recordings is somewhat similar. Now, with the S20 we get somewhat cooler colors, with the Mate 30 Pro we get somewhat warmer tones, so it depends what you prefer. The image stabilization for the ultra-wide lens is also somewhat similar. Now, if we look at the recordings done with the main lenses on the back of these two devices, I feel that the S20 does better for pretty much everything, color, stabilization, etc. So the ultra-wide lens kind of similar the main lens, the S20, but the sound recordings from the Mate 30 Pro do sound better. And if you check out the nighttime recordings, you're gonna notice that the Mate 30 Pro does way better than the S20 Pro, the S20 without the Pro. And with that being said, let's check out those recordings and I'll be right back. Alright, this is our first video test between the Samsung Galaxy S20 and the Huawei Mate 30 Pro using the ultra-wide lenses on the back of these two devices. I'm currently recording in 4K at 30 frames per second, and of course at this resolution we have image stabilization as well. As you can probably see for yourself, I am walking and it's also a bit windy, so you may hear some wind in this recording. So I'm gonna pan left slowly. I'll keep going. And back right. So this is how a recording from these two devices would look under these conditions. Alright, and we are moving on to yet another video test between the Samsung Galaxy S20 and the Huawei Mate 30 Pro. I'm currently recording with the main lens and I'm recording in 4K at 30 frames per second, and we're gonna do a bit of running so you can see which device has better image stabilization. So I'm just gonna run to that pole there. So this is how a recording between the S20 and the Mate 20 Pro would look like if running. We are moving on to another quick recording between the Samsung Galaxy S20 and the Huawei Mate 30 Pro. Once again, I am using the ultra-wide lenses on the back of these two devices to film this recording. It's also a bit windy, and as you can probably see for yourself, I am walking. So this is how a recording between these two devices would look like under these conditions. And for our last video test, I'm using the main lenses on the back of the Samsung Galaxy S20 and the Mate 30 Pro, and once again I am recording in 4K at 30 frames per second. As you can probably see, I am walking once again. So under these conditions, so walking normally with a bit of wind, this is how recording would look like during the day with plenty of light. this is a super quick low light recording between the Samsung Galaxy S20 and the Huawei Mate 30 Pro. I'm currently recording in 4K at 30 frames per second, and I'm also using the ultra wide lenses on the back of these two devices. So I'm gonna pan left here. I'll keep going left and we'll head towards the car. So this is our recording in low light between the Mate 30 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S20 would look like with the ultra wide lenses. And we are moving on to a quick video test with the front-facing cameras on the Samsung Galaxy S20 and of course the Huawei Mate 30 Pro. So the main difference that you're gonna notice here is the fact that with the Samsung Galaxy S20 you can record in 4K with the front-facing camera, where with the Huawei Mate 30 Pro you can only do 1080p with the front-facing camera. As you can probably see for yourself, I am walking and it's also a bit windy. So this is how recording would look with the front-facing camera on the S20 and the Mate 30 Pro. And lastly, we're gonna check out some selfies, because we all love taking selfies. Well, looking at the selfies that I took during the day and the selfies that I took during the night, I have to say that the Samsung Galaxy S20 does better for both. So daytime selfies are better and nighttime selfies are better. There is really no comparison for selfies. So there you have it, the Mate 30 Pro versus the Samsung Galaxy S20. Which one do you prefer for pictures, videos, nighttime pictures, etc.? Definitely leave a comment down below and let me know. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, don't forget to press that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.